Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, even good night. Wherever time of day it is you're watching, I just want to say thank you for checking out my YouTube channel. And please, if you haven't done so already, like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Today I want to share a story with you guys. So if you don't mind, I'm going to read this to you. He pushed his wife to save himself from a sinking cruise ship. But you won't believe why. Now, this is a story told by a teacher to her class. It was about a cruise ship capsized while at sea. A cruise ship met with an accident at sea. On the ship was a couple. Having made their way to a lifeboat, they realized there was only space for one person left. At this moment, the man pushed the woman behind him and jumped into the boat to save himself. The woman stood on the sinking ship and shouted one sentence to her husband. The teacher stopped and asked, "What do you think she shouted?" Most of the students excitedly answered, "I hate you. How could you do this to me?" Now the teacher noticed a boy who was silent throughout the entire time she was telling the story. She got him to answer, and he replied, "Teacher, I believe she would have shouted, 'Take care of our child.'" The teacher was surprised, asking, "Have you heard this story before?" The boy shook his head. "Nope. But that's what my mom told my dad before she died to disease." The teacher was outdone. The answer was right. The cruise ship sunk, and the man went home and raised their child single-handedly. Many years later, after the death of the man, their daughter found his diary while cleaning up his belongings. It turns out that when the parents went onto the cruise ship, the mother was already diagnosed with terminal illness. At that critical moment, the father rushed to the only chance of survival. He wrote in his diary, "How I wish to sink to the bottom of the ocean with you. But for the sake of our daughter, I can only let you lie forever below in the sea." The story was finished, and the class was silent. The teacher knows that the students have understood the moral of the story. For that in the world there's good and there's evil, and there are many complications behind them which are hard to understand, which is why we should never only focus on the surface and judge others without understanding them first. Those who like to pay the bill do so not because they are loaded, but because they value friendship over money. Those who take the initiative to work do so not because they're stupid, but because they understand the concept of responsibility. Those who apologize first after a fight do so not because they are wrong, but because they value the people around them. Those who are willing to help you do so not because they owe you anything, but because they see you as a true friend. Those who often text you do so not because they have nothing better to do, but because you are in their heart. One day all of us will be separated from each other. We will miss our conversations and everything and nothing. The dreams that we had, the days will pass by, months, years, until this contact becomes rare. One day our children will see our pictures and ask, "Who are these people?" And we will smile with invisible tears because a heart is touched when a strong word, and we will say, "It was them that I had the best days of my life with."